back, guys, to my Let's Play of Runaway, a road adventure. Where we left off, we caught the crooks, that Theodore and Gustav dude. Well, not us, Oscar, but we're gonna check out the jail and see what's happening. I don't even think we get to click. Nope, he's walking there on his own. Okay, there we go.
Oscar, good work! You managed to catch those two bad guys.
Do I get to know?
Thanks, but I was just doing my job. Those two bandits thought they could beat me with a little gun and some knives.
Yeah, they were really fooling themselves. You locked them up in the cell, right?
Yeah, the things they were carrying are in a jail bag on the desk in the office.
Perfect, Oscar. You're a real professional.
Just doing my work. By the way, Brian, from now on, would you mind calling me Sheriff?
Of course not. It would be a pleasure, Sheriff.
Okay, well, let's go in the jail.
Sheriff, everything okay?
Yes, all's well.
Okay, talk to him first, and then the office.
Hi, guys.
You're the moron behind all this?
Not as much of a moron as you, it seems. This time you've met your match, one would say. Wouldn't you, boys?
You mean that orangutan? He caught us off guard.
He didn't look dangerous with that silly face.
I'd watch my mouth if I were you. If Oscar hears you, I accept no responsibility for his actions.
You're some smart-aleck kid, but you're out of your league. Stop playing funny, boy. You're a dead man.
Yeah, deader than that corpse there behind you.
I don't think you should be threatening anyone at this point. You should be begging! And speaking of that guy back there, take a good look, because that's how you guys are gonna end up. What a waste of time talking to two killers.
Didn't he say
Why don't
that
you shut your trap, you Russian retard?
they weren't gonna murder anybody? I'm just saying. And also, Brian gets really cocky. Like, holy crap. Anyway, we're gonna go get the stuff in the bag.
That's the bag Oscar left me. Inside are the things Gustav and Fyodor had with them.
Let's take it.
Okay. Examining the stuff those two guys were carrying around may give us some ideas. The canvas is pretty worn out, but I don't think it'll tear.
Okay, well, let's actually look in there.
Let me take a look. A gun, 3 loaders, a few knives, brass knuckles, a couple of wallets, and a cell phone. Run-of-the-mill stuff.
Yeah, but that cell phone can actually be useful. Let's go back to, Sushi. I doubt the goons are gonna be of any use, but let's get this to her. Because I think that cell phone would be actually really useful.
Sushi,
Yes, Brian.
I brought you everything Gustav and Fyodor had on them. Maybe you can use it to investigate on the internet or something like that.
Okay, as soon as I have time, I'll take a look at it. Leave it on the table for me, please.
All right, it's all inside a jail bag.
Okay.
Okay, and then I guess, what, now I go talk to Gina, I guess? Question mark? Go talk to the goons? Look at the car? I haven't done
I
that
could
yet.
use it to get out of here when everything's ready. But it's not time to leave yet.
Are you sure about that? We could just end the game, like, early.
No, it's no fun talking to a duo of murderers. And I don't think they'll tell me much.
Why don't you shut your trap, you
Oh,
Russian
a couple of
retard?
pages from an old news and an...
Okay. I guess we'll talk to Gina.
Gina's getting better and better. I don't think it'll take her long to walk normally again.
And then I guess we go talk to Sushi? I guess. I guess the items are gone.
Sushi, sorry for disturbing you.
No problem.
Have you taken a look at Gustav and Fyodor's things?
Yeah, but I bet all their papers are fake. I haven't found any information on their past on the internet. Although, well, there is one thing I discovered. Gustav is a total movie fan.
Movies? How do you know?
While looking through his wallet, I found a season ticket to the Film Archives of New York. Can you believe it? That animal is a cinema lover. I don't want to imagine what his favorite films are. You know, movies are what I miss most since moving here. In Boston, I used to go 2 or 3 times a week.
You like movies? Oh, I do too. I'm a major movie freak.
Oh yeah? So tell me, who is your favorite director?
Ooh, that's a good one. My favorite. I haven't seen any Hitchcock films, unfortunately. I really need to. I've seen Spielberg. John Ford, I don't think I've seen any of his. Billy Wilder, not really. Woody Allen, no, I haven't. I heard his movies are really good. I'm gonna go Steven Spielberg. I enjoy most of his movies, some I don't. We're not gonna talk about, some of them, but I like his older stuff, and yeah.
Steven Spielberg.
He's not one of my favorites, but I won't deny he's very talented. He's a hard worker and has directed some great films, of course.
Okay, let's find out.
Getting back to our conversation about movies,
We were discussing our cinema favorites. Who did you say was...
Oh, so we can pick other ones. Oh, let's go Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Good one. The King of Suspense is one of the best, no doubt about it.
Okay, nothing else.
Anyways,
All right.
So he's a big movie buff, and this movie poster right there. I guess we go talk to them again? I don't know. And apparently those two have more in common with themselves. They should just get a
Why don't
room.
you shut your trap, you Russian retard?
I hope they spend the rest of their lives there, behind bars. I hope they behind... No, it's no fun talking to a duo of murderers.
Okay, well that's not gonna help me whatsoever.
I could use it. Sheriff, everything okay?
Yes, all's well.
What to do now? Like, one's a movie buff. How's that help me? I don't think I have any items that are really movie buff wise. Like, nothing. I get this feeling I have to do more with the directors. It's just a hunch. That's the only other thing I could think of. I'm gonna keep bugging her about it. It's the only new thing that's came up.
Sushi.
Granted, I could go talk to Gina, but I don't...
No problem.
I think that's more the progression of if you need stuff to move.
Getting back.
Who did you say?
You know what? We're going down the list. Let's go John Ford.
John Ford.
I can see you like the classics. Wasn't The Quiet Man just amazing?
Okay.
Getting back.
Who did you...
Let's go Billy Wilder.
Billy Wilder.
Undoubtedly among the greatest of all. I watched The Apartment over 12 times.
The Apartment. I've never
Getting
heard
back
of
to our
that movie.
Who did you...
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen.
He's my favorite too. I know it's hard to pick since there are so many good ones, but which of his movies do you like best?
I haven't seen any of them. I guess we start from the top. Clearly this is something that's supposed to happen here. So I'm gonna go the first one.
Annie Hall.
Excellent, of course. I think that's his best work with Diane Keaton, and I think it's the one that received the most Oscars.
Okay.
Who did you...
Woody Allen.
I know it. Which of his...
Bullets Over Broadway?
Bullets Over Broadway.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. One of the few Woody didn't act in. He got a bunch of Oscar nominations, but I think it only received one. Diane Wiest for Best Supporting Actress.
Okay.
Getting
Who did...
What?
I know it. Which of his...
Manhattan Murder Mystery.
I love that one. Do you remember the scene where... Hey, wait a minute. I think I've got an idea to solve all this. Just let me think for a minute here. It should work. Wait, let me organize everything and then I'll explain.
But can't you tell me about your bright idea?
You know, I'd rather make sure that we have everything we need first. Come back in an hour, okay?
Seems like it's been an hour to me. Well?
Let me explain. Remember how in Manhattan Murder Mystery they record the husband's voice in order to pretend that he makes a phone call later on?
Yeah, sure I remember.
My idea is to do something similar. We'll call the Sandrettis pretending to be one of the thugs. There's a cellular phone in Gustav and Theodore's face. I've looked through it, and there's a number memorized as bosses, which is undoubtedly the number they call to report to the Sandrettis. We use a more sophisticated system than in the movie. A voice emulation program I downloaded once from a website called The Way Secret and Fully Invincible.
What would we achieve by calling the Sandrettis and pretending to be the thugs?
We'll make them suspect that Gustav and Theodore are intending to keep the cash for themselves.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. How do we do it?
You have to record the thugs' voices so I can enter samples into the program. It'll analyze them and create a filter which we can use on any voice to make it sound like the voice of those killers.
Program is that good?
Guaranteed. Meanwhile, you have to record Gina saying something like, "You lying murderer, you killed him and now you want to keep the money." Gina is on our side, so we can just use her voice. We don't need to emulate it. Got it?
Yeah, but are you sure this is gonna work?
Of course I am. Don't you worry. Just do your part and leave the rest up to me. There's an MP3 recorder on the table. Go get it and record those voices, please.
All right, I will.
Okay, don't take too long.
It's small and incredibly light.
Let's just hope it has batteries. I don't need to like freeze it or anything like that. Okay. So I guess we go get voices and set these guys up for being murdered by their bosses. But hey, we didn't do it, so we're not murderers.
Okay, let's do it. Hi guys, how's it going?
What kind of game do you think you're playing, kid? Let us go now, and you might get out of this alive.
I'm starving. Aren't you going to feed us? Man, they get better treatment at Shawshank.
By this time, the Sandrettis must be asking themselves why we haven't called in for 2 hours. It won't take them long to send someone out looking for us. Get ready, you worm!
Hey, I think I'm ready to re-enter society. Why don't you let me out so I can integrate and start a new life? The first thing I plan to do is go massacre your whole family.
Why don't you shut your trap, you Russian retard?
Give it a rest, One Eye.
Come on, boys, don't argue. Cellmates are supposed to get along. Done. Now I have the voices of those two recorded.
Give it a rest, One Eye.
Okay, now we go to Gina.
Hello, Mama Dorina?
Welcome to my little hacienda, Brian. What can Mama Dorita do for you?
I'd like to see Gina.
I'd like to...
Go ahead.
Hello, Gina.
Johnny!
You tricked me, you hussy. Now you're gonna die. Now you'll know how it's
Calm down. You were asleep. You must have been having a nightmare.
Yeah, it was horrible. Johnny was rising from his grave to kill me.
There. It's all over now.
Yeah, good thing you got here and saved me from Johnny. You don't look so angry with me anymore.
Well, let's drop that. Listen, come up with a plan for us to keep the money and get rid of the Sandrettis forever. I need to record you saying, "You awful killer! You killed him and now you want to keep the money for yourselves!"
But what for? Explain it to me.
There's no time, Gina. Just trust me. Come on. Let's rehearse once before recording. Let me remind you of the sentence. You awful killer! You killed him and now you want to keep the money for yourselves!
You awful lying killer. You killed him and now you want to keep the money for yourselves.
That was pretty bad, Gina. When you lied to me, you did a much better job. Come on, try again.
You lying killer. You killed him and now you want to keep the money for yourselves.
Better, but it still doesn't sound real. Try it once more.
You lying killer. You killed him, and now you want to keep the money for yourselves.
Well, it's no Oscar performance, but it'll do. Wait for me to start recording and say it again.
You lying killer. You killed him, and now you want to keep the money for yourselves.
Okay, I'm leaving. There's no time to lose. Get ready. I'll come back for you shortly, and we'll go find the money.
Aren't you going to tell me your plans?
Later, I promise. Right now, I have to leave.
All right, but don't take long, please.
No, don't worry. See you soon.
See you.
Now it's all recorded. I should take the recorder to Sushi ASAP so she can implement the plan.
I will say, that was a very random dream sequence, which I don't know why it came out of the blue. But whatever. It sounds like we're almost done with this game. So throw this at Sushi.
Hey, Sushi.
Hi. Did you get the recordings?
Yes, I have it all.
Excellent. Leave the recorder on the desk and give me an hour to organize everything.
Whatever you say. See you in an hour.
Bye.
Seems like it's been an hour to me. All set?
All set. Look at this.
Brian, you're a bag of pond scum.
How does it sound?
Wonderful, Sushi. And you said I was unbelievable. You're the amazing one.
Well, it's no big deal. I ended up using Gustav's voice because he seemed like the thug leading the show. We'll make the call using my computer, but the computer has a system that will make them think they're receiving the call from Gustav and Theodore's cell phone. I've also prepared the sample of Gina with a few touch-ups, including gunshot sound effects I added in. Let's go. I hope everything turns out okay.
I'm sure it will, Sushi. I trust you.
It's about time. What the heck is up?
We nabbed him.
Well, have you gotten the information out of him?
It's what we suspected, boss. Johnny told that floozy where the money was hidden before we did away with him.
I knew it. So, what about the cash? Do you have it back?
Bad news, Chief. The money's history.
What? What do you mean it's history?
Let me explain, boss. When we got here and found that bimbo and her little friend, we decided to follow them without them seeing us. You know, to see if they'd lead us to the cash.
And?
And it worked, boss. We followed them to an old abandoned mine, and apparently that's where Johnny hid the booty after the heist. We caught him by surprise exiting the mine with 2 huge trunks. But this stupid mule Theodore jumped the gun, as usual, and shot too soon.
You useless, incompetent donkey!
Theodore missed and they ran back into the mine. We chased after him and trapped him at the end of the mine shaft full of boxes. Boxes of dynamite, that is. I screamed at Theodore, "Don't shoot!" But that dimwit of a Russian had already fired a gunload of bullets. The whole place turned into an inferno in 1 second. We ran out and escaped from the mine by an inch.
Stupid morons.
The whole mine blew to bits with the floozy and that idiot inside. And the money, unfortunately. I'm sorry, boss. The way we left that place, there was no way to get the money out, and...
You lying killer. You killed him, and now you want to keep the money for yourself.
What was that? Gustav, you filthy rat! That was the girl who was screaming! Gustav! Gustav! You won't steal a cent from me!
Perfect. The seed has been sown.
Cool. Oh, and thanks for calling me an idiot.
I'm sorry, but it has to be credible.
It doesn't matter. This came off great.
It sure did. Excuse my lack of modesty, but I did a wonderful job here. And you don't even know about the icing on the cake yet.
What icing?
Listen, and try not to fall to the floor and kiss my feet. I hacked into a Swiss bank and created an account under Gustav and Theodore's names with a balance of $20 million. I printed up a receipt from the account and stuck it into Gustav's wallet. It's hidden well enough that he won't find it before the right time. Tomorrow, I'll instruct Oscar to take the killers out of the jail, blindfold them, and take them far away from here. I'll tell him to abandon them on some remote highway, but to make sure he gives them their stuff back first. Either I'm way off here, or the Sandrettis will soon find them. I wouldn't want to be in their skin when the Sandrettis find the receipt from the Swiss bank.
Simply brilliant, Sushi! You never cease to amaze me. The only thing is, I'll have to lend Oscar the thug's car. I thought I'd use it myself to pick up Gina and go straight to the Mojave Bank before having a panic attack, but...
Oh, take it. It doesn't matter. Oscar can just take one of my Hummers tomorrow.
One of your Hummers?
Yeah, I have 3 in the barn, so that's all worked out. Anyway, let me tell you something. I hate goodbyes. I always end up in tears. So I'd rather just stay here by my computer instead of watching you leave, okay?
Thanks for everything, Sushi. I'll never forget you.
Goodbye, Brian. Please come back someday. And send me some email. My address is sushidouglas@hotmail.com.
Of course I'll write to you, Sushi. So long!
Farewell.
Okay, now what? I guess get the money. But, holy pickles.
Sheriff, I've got a mosey. I've got an urgent mission elsewhere. I'm taking the prisoner's car, all right?
Sure. The keys are in the ignition.
About those 2 guys in there, just follow Sushi Douglas's orders. She's the mayor of Douglasville.
I'll do that.
See you soon, Oscar.
Adios, amigo.
So I'm assuming this is gonna end in one giant cinematic shenanigans. My assumption. Since this game has this tendency of giving us long cinematic scenes.
Goodbye, Brian.
We'll miss you. He was gay, wasn't he, Matt? What?
That was really random.
It's amazing how Sushi helped me put all the pieces together, isn't it? She's an amazing girl. I picked up Gina at Mama Dorita's house. Her leg had almost totally healed, so we headed for the Mojave Bank. We got there at dusk. That wouldn't be a problem. Sushi made sure it was the kind of bank where customers can do transactions at any time of day. We were pretty scared, but it turned out getting the money was simpler than we expected. Can you believe it? There I was, driving a car stolen from a bunch of murderers with a beautiful woman at my side and 20 million bucks in the trunk. Las Vegas was close by, so we headed that way. We ditched the car and checked into a luxury hotel. Throwing caution to the wind, Gina insisted we get the best room in the hotel, the honeymoon suite, obviously for newlyweds. So, we signed in under bogus names, pretending we just got hitched. Let me tell you guys, that sure made up for the bad days I've had. Gina and I, Well, let's just say we had time to get more up close and personal. One morning when we went down to breakfast, we read in the newspaper that 2 guys' bodies had shown up, riddled with bullets in a New York alley. Their description left no room for doubt. It was definitely Gustav and Fyodor. They didn't give any further information in the paper, but I can imagine what went down.
Stop lying, you leeches. Where's the money?
I swear we don't have it, Don Roberto. That tramp's little friend is smarter than we thought. He framed us.
So what about that telephone call?
I never made that call, Don Roberto.
You filthy mutt. Do you think I can't recognize your scratchy betraying voice, you cellar rat?
We aren't lying, Don Carlo. We would never betray you guys. Roberto, perhaps they aren't deceiving us. Gustav and Fyodor are our best men, and they've always been loyal.
I know, Carlo. I know. But unfortunately, loyalty comes at a hefty premium these days. And I guess losing it for $20 million isn't a bad deal. So let's see if your faithful boys have an explanation for this. It was tucked away very nicely in Gustav's wallet.
Hey, you scumbags! Hey, nobody laughs at Carlos Andretti to his face. No, Don Carlo, don't do it!
Hey! Damn it, Carlo. If they're dead, we'll never get back the money.
I don't care. We got more than enough dough. The most important thing is that nobody else will be enjoying our money.
Everything turned out all right after all. And frankly, I felt no remorse for those 2 killers. I was just sorry the Sandrettis didn't get what they deserved too. Anyway, even though it was unlikely that the Sandrettis would follow up on the matter, it was safer for Gina to take a long vacation where nobody'd recognize her. The Cayman Islands seemed like the perfect place. Gina insisted I go with her, but well, look, I just couldn't. I'd worked so hard to earn my chance to study at Berkeley. I couldn't just throw it all away.
We made it. Brian, are you sure you don't want to come with me?
No, Gina. I worked really hard to be able to come here, and I can't just let it all go by the wayside.
Whatever you want. I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too. But it's for the best. This is where I belong.
You could always take a year off and then...
That wouldn't work. Be happy, Gina. See you soon.
I'd be happier with stubborn old you. Goodbye.
Why do I feel like a total idiot? What did you forget now?
Well, something tells me you're dying to come with me. Am I right?
Maybe, but what about you?
What about me?
Are you dying for me to go with you?
Of course. You know that's silly.
Well, now that I think about it, Berkeley's been here for over 100 years, so I guess it can wait 1 year more.
Well, that is Runaway. What did I think of it? It's very flawed. Holy crap, there's so many flaws with this game. It's not even funny. Yeah, there was a lot of flaws. I would never want to play this again. That's for sure. It's not the worst point-and-click adventure game I played, but it's up there in the not-so-great ones. I think for you guys watching my Let's Play, you guys will understand my frustration with the game. I've noticed it's how the game plays is kind of similar to Black Mirror in a sense, where you have to go trigger certain things in order to make it happen. Black Mirror had the same issue. But yeah, I can't recommend this game to anybody. Like, it's not great. Like, I think I just made the game blow up on itself after saying it's not great. But yeah, it just wasn't great. I wouldn't go back to this one. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but yeah.
Surprised, aren't you? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Ryan's the kind of geek who'd rather be studying at Berkeley than a party with a hot girl. Well, I admit I almost did. But at the last minute, I heard a little voice say something I heard in a movie a long time ago. In the film, the main character reaches the conclusion that there are times in life when you have to know when to say, what the heck?
Hey, darling, can you rub some lotion on my back?
Of course, dear. I'll be right with you. Well, friends, now I must bid you farewell. As you can see, duty calls. I hope I haven't bored you too much with this little adventure story. So, I'll be seeing you real soon, okay?
Brian, are you coming?
Yep. So, like I said, friend, see you soon.
She's totally topless. Oh my. But yeah. I can't really recommend this game. It was kind of painful sometimes, and yeah, it was really flawed in, like, execution of the point and click. And the story wasn't terrible, but I felt some parts it kind of rushed and they tried to stuff things in together. I don't even know if I'm supposed to click enter here or not. I have no clue, but I might as well get my ramblings out of my way. Yeah. I should think about it. I don't have much voice acting. That was definitely pretty difficult to swallow. And animation, some parts are really wonky in that. Okay, there we go. But yeah, like, this chapter wasn't bad. And then this one got me pissed off. This one, I like the whole making the plan to escape. It's just not executed well. Oh. And it crashed on me. Huzzah! That's an awesome way to end the game. Had the game crash on me finally. Let's see. The alien one, that one's definitely left field. The mine one, the 5th chapter, I felt kind of short. And then the last chapter was definitely, like, stuff everything that we need to get done, story-wise, down your throat. Yeah, so that's Runaway. Unfortunately, I am not done with the series. I will be starting the second one up pretty quick as a policy with, when I say policy, but something I am doing with my point and click, my YouTube channel, since I'm playing point and click adventure games. If I start one, I have to complete the series. So like Gabriel Knight, when I'm done Gabriel Knight, I'll be playing the second and third one. With Shadowgate, I'll be playing the first, the second, and the third one in the series, and possibly the original. Tex Murphy, same deal. And unfortunately, Runaway I'll be playing first, second, and third. So, unfortunately, I will be getting into the second one and see if anything improved or if anything just didn't improve. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching this series and enduring what I had to endure. Usual, let me know what you guys think. Usual, like, comment, and subscribe. And with that, once again, thank you guys so much for watching the series. I really appreciate you guys sitting down and watching this and just spending time with it. And with all said and done, you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.